Right, welcome back to another game of On Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of On Base. And in this game, we're going to continue our 2023 playoffs. We have finished the National League, so both wild card series are over in the National League, and we are headed over to the American League. So this will be game one of the AL Wild Card Series 1, which was between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays. So this will be played in Tampa Bay. So all three games are at Tampa Bay, and we'll see how this one turns out. The Rangers won this one 2-0. The series they won 2-0. The game they won 4-0. So we'll see if Tampa Bay can hold serve and win this series, or will they face the fate of so many teams this last year, as the Rangers went on to win the World Series. Let's get started in this one. For Texas, the visiting Rangers, it's going to be Marcus Semien at second, leading off. Corey Seager at short is hitting second. Robbie Grossman gets a start at DH. Adolis Garcia is a right-handed batter. He's batting cleanup. Nathaniel Lowe is at first base. He's a lefty. Jonah Heim, the switch-hitting catcher, is going to be hitting sixth. Leone Taveras is in center field. And then Josh Young at third. And in the ninth place spot is the rookie Evan Carter playing in left. On the mound is going to be Jordan Montgomery. He's a left-handed pitcher. He's got 24 batters for his stamina, and he's a 408 Sierra. So he'll be in column number 2 as a pitcher. For the hometown Rays, it's going to be Diaz at first, Yandy Diaz. Arozarena is in left field. He'll be at second. Harold Ramirez is the DH. He's hitting third. Paredes is at third base. He is going to be hitting cleanup. Curtis Mead is at second base, right-handed batter. He'll be batting fifth. Manuel Margot is in right field. He's batting sixth. Tyler Walls is at shortstop, and he's batting seventh. Jose Siri is the center fielder. He's batting eighth. And Pinto is the catcher, and he will bat ninth. So let's get this one started. On the mound for Tampa Bay is going to be Tyler Glasnow, right-handed batter. He can go 23 batters before we have to do anything with him. He's actually a 308 Sierra, so he's going to be in the highest column here. So whenever he reaches his stamina, he goes down to column 2 and not column 3. So should be a good one. Should be a good one here in Tampa Bay. And let's get this one started with Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, and Robbie Grossman against Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow missed the previous season with the arm injury and came back strong in this season. He, what were his numbers? I had him here. There he is. So for Glasnow, 10-7 record, 3.53 ERA, 33% K percentage, and 8% walk percentage. So came back strong. So we're expecting good things out of this one. It seems right offhand that the hitting matchup is going to go to the Rangers. The pitching matchup is going to go to the Devil Rays. The Rays, sorry, they were the Devil Rays back in the day. And the Rays are okay at the top of their lineup, but it fades off pretty quick as you get to the bottom. So we'll see how this one turns out. It's a little bit of strength against strength, and we'll see who wins. In the actual series, the Rangers hitting one out. So 36 is going to go to the batter. The batter is Semien, and a 36 is going to be a fly ball that goes out to right center field. And in right field is Manuel Margot, and he's going to make a play on the run. And that'll be out number 1. So we get started in this series. Hometown crowd cheers. Corey Seager stands in. He's the left-handed batter. He's going to strike out here as Glasnow gets him on the fastball. Goes right through his bat. And that's going to be out number 2. Brings up Robbie Grossman, the switch-hitting DH. He's an outfielder as well. So he's batting left-handed in this at-bat. 13 is going to be a ground out, and that goes to the second baseman. And the second baseman, Mead, gets it over to first. Lowe squeezes it for the out. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Texas in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. Still no score. And it's going to be the Rays sending up Diaz, Arozarena, and Ramirez to the plates. They'll be facing off against the lefty Jordan Montgomery. Lots of right-handers in the lineup. Got one switch hitter, but loaded the lineup with right-handers in this one. A 46 is going to be a strikeout as Montgomery gets Diaz swinging. And that was a nice slide piece down and in. Brings up Arozarena. Arozarena faces the same fate, but this time he is frozen. And that is going to be a fastball low and away on the corner. And that's out number 2. So 2 quick strikeouts for Jordan Montgomery. 14 to Ramirez is, remember, Montgomery's out of the second column. So 14 to a 15 is going to be a base hit. So Ramirez with the base knock down the line, past the third baseman Young, and that's into left field. He'll remain at first base. Brings up Paredes, 25 batting runs. I didn't know that about some of these hitters. Just went off this year. So 35 to a 25 is going to be a strikeout, and that is all she wrote. As Jordan Montgomery strikes out the side, he does squeeze in a single in there as well. And the Rays leave one. We head to the top of the second inning. It's going to be Garcia, Lowe, and Jonah Heim. Excuse me. A 33. Remember, we're coming off of this first column here. That's going to be a single. And to show you the difference, a 33 would have been a double for Garcia, but he's held to a single. Base hit to right field. And there's one on with nobody out. Nathaniel Lowe to the plate. This is going to be a double play that goes to second base, a hot shot, and Mead with it over to Walls. So it's Mead to Walls to Lowe, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Nice turn there from the Tampa Bay defense. And that clears the bases. 2 down, and Jonah Heim comes to the plate. A 25. 25 is going to be a nothing here. So 25 is going to be a fly out. That's got an error check attached to it. So it's going to be a fly out to left field. The left fielder is Arozarena. He's on the move, and he will make a nice running play as the ball was looking like it was going to drop, but it didn't. And Arozarena is there to make the third out. The Rangers get leadoff single, but he's wiped out on the double play, and no scores to go to the bottom of the second inning. Tampa Bay sends up Mead, Margot, and Walls. 14 is going to be nothing off the pitcher, so it's a hit by pitch or a walk. That's going to be a walk for Mead. Not a lot of speed throughout the lineup as you get to the bottom. You got some speed guys there, but just not a lot of speed in this Tampa Bay lineup. And 11 is going to be a strikeout. So that is Jordan Montgomery getting a swing and a miss from Manuel Margot, and that's out number 1. It's going to bring up Walls. Walls a -7 batting run, so mostly in there for speed and defense, I would think. Although his defense wasn't great. So 26. 26 off of here is a blank, and 26 off of here is going to be a ground out. That goes right back to the pitcher. They're going to go to second to get the lead runner, and can't turn 2, so that's going to put Walls at first. So they go 1-6 on the put out. I always like to take the lead runner on that. Feel like that's what you would do. You would go for that lead runner. Brings up Jose Siri. Siri, can you hit me a home run? All right, so a 34 to a 3 batting runs is going to be a double. And it's not a home run, but it is going to drive in a run as Siri doubles down the right field line. Rattling around in the corner is the ball. And by the time they get it back in, Walls, who has very good speed, is going to score. So my logic on that is there's 2 outs. he would go to third with the 2 bases for the double, and then always give an extra base with 2 outs because the runner's going to be going on contact. So, especially with balls, he's going to score. All right, so Tampa Bay up 1-0 with, I think his name is Rene. Is it Rene Pinto? Rene Pinto. Yeah, Pinto. The catcher, a 22 off of Jordan Montgomery's card, is going to be another double. That's going to be a run-scoring double, and that, just like that, is going to be 2-0 Tampa Bay, as Pinto drives one down the left field line to the wall, and he is in sliding feet first into second. 2-0 Tampa Bay as we go back to the top of the order with Yandy Diaz. Diaz is going to strike out. That's his second K of the game already, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Tampa Bay puts 2 on the board, and they take a 2-0 lead over Texas. The Rangers are going to send up Taveras, Young, and Carter to the plate in the 3rd. 2-0 Tampa Bay over the Rangers, and Glasnow delivers to Taveras. Taveras with the strikeout, and that is Glasnow's second K of the game. Out number 1, and Josh Young stands in. He's a right-handed batter. Big kid, plays good defense, got a good bat. +6 batting runs on the year, which puts him in the 3rd column here. 22 is a blank here. 22 is going to be a double or a triple. So this is a 3, not an 8 or 9. So that's going to be a 2-bagger for Young as he gets his series started off well, as he rips one into the left center field gap. And he's going to be standing at second base with 1 out. Brings up Evan Carter. Carter, remember, he started, I don't know, during the series, I don't think he got out. He just got on base every single time. Looks like he's going to do the same here. He's got a 34. 34 is going to be a double, and that's going to drive home the first Texas run as he hits one into the opposite field gap, and that rolls all the way to the wall, and that's going to be a 2-bagger for Evan Carter. And the Rangers are on the board. They cut the lead in half, 2-1. Send up Marcus Semien to the plate. Semien, a right-handed batter against the righty Glasnow. A 45 to Semien, who is a 22 batting runs. It's going to be a base hit. That's right past the 3rd baseman. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and try to score Carter. Carter has an 8 speed, so 1 to 8, he's safe at home. The only time he's out is with a 9, and it's going to be a 7. And Carter slides in safely on the single by Marcus Semien. So Semien with an RBI, that ties the game at 2, and Corey Seager stands in. Seager, 44 batting runs. Just a monster season. Obviously, he is in the MVP talk for the league. The 36 is going to be a fly ball that goes down the right field line. Over to get it is Margot, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 down now with a runner at first. Let's go and try to get Semien into scoring position. 1 to 6, he'll be safe, so we're going to try to steal the base, and he is thrown out. Thrown out on the stolen base, so that's going to be 3 down. And the Rangers do get 2, and they tie the game at 2. Brings up a Rosarena, Ramirez, and Paredes for Tampa Bay in the bottom of the 3rd. The game is a fresh 2-2. Rosarena struck out in his first at-bat. He's going to strike out in this at-bat, looks like, as well. He will. And that is another strikeout swinging for Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery was electric in this game, really all throughout the playoffs. Brings up Harold Ramirez. Ramirez with a base knock in his first at-bat. He's not going to have such luck this time as he grounds out to the shortstop. Seager over to the first baseman, Lowe, and that's going to be out number 2. Brings up Paredes. Paredes struck out swinging in his first at-bat. 34 is going to be all good things for Paredes, as he has a home run chance or a strikeout if it's an 8, and that is going to be a home run as Paredes gets hold of a fastball and he drives it over the right center field wall, and that gives Tampa Bay the lead on the solo home run as Paredes comes through for the Rays. 2 down, and Chris Meade to the plate. Meade walked in his first at bat. 23 is going to be a ground out. That goes to the second baseman. Let's see if there's an error. No error on the plate. So the second baseman, Simeon, makes the play over to first. And Lowe squeezes it for the out, but Tampa Bay does come back and score a run. They take the 3-2 lead over Texas. Tyler Glasnow toes the rubber again. He is going to face off against Grossman, Garcia, and Lowe. Grossman with the grounder right back to the pitcher. Glasnow flips it over to first, and that's going to be a quick out, number 1. Brings up Adolis Garcia. He singled in his first at bat, but he's going to hit a fly ball here. That goes out to right center field. That's going to be the center fielder, an error check, and the center fielder is Siri. No issues out there, so he makes the play for out number 2. And Nathaniel Lowe comes to the plate, left-handed batter, first baseman for the Rangers. He hit into a 4-6-3 double play in his first at bat, but this time he's going to hit a little base hit, and that goes straight up the middle. Little line drive right through the box, and Lowe is on with a single. Brings up Jonah Heim. Heim flew out. He didn't fly it out. He flew out in his first at bat. He's going to ground out here to the shortstop, but we got an error check, so let's see. Oh, possible error on the shortstop, Walls. Walls is a minus, so that's going to be an E6. And that's going to keep the inning alive with 2 outs. Let's see if that hurts the Rangers. Hurts the Devil Rays. I'm going to say Devil Rays a lot, so it hurts the Rays. -2, Tavares. A 44 to a -2 is going to be a base hit. 2-out base hit is going to score a run, and that will tie the ball game. As the runner at first goes to third, the runner at second comes home, and just like that, it is 3-3. Nice piece of hitting from Tavares. Brings up Young. He doubled in his first at bat, but here he's going to ground out to the shortstop. Going to go 6-3 on the putout, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. But Glasnow gives up the lead again as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's tied at 3 in this game 1 of the wild card series. Jordan Montgomery facing off against Margot, Walls, and Siri. 56 to Margot is going to be a strikeout as he swings through it, and that's 2 Ks on the day for Manuel Margot. Walls stands in. A 46 is going to be a second strikeout, so back-to-back Ks for Jordan Montgomery. And we head to the 8th place hitter, Jose Siri. Siri with a double and an RBI in his first at-bat, but this time he's going to fly out. That's going to be down the right field line, hustling over to the line. He is going to be Garcia, and he's going to make a running catch. Fine play in right as the Rays go down 1-2-3 in the 4th. So we head to the top of the 5th, tied at 3, and it will be the bottom of the order, Evan Carter, and then back to Simeon and Seager at the top. Carter continues his torrid hitting as he's got a 22. It's a triple if it's an 8 here, but it's not. It's going to be a double, and that's over the right fielder's head off the base of the wall. And Carter in with the second double. So he's just performing up to expectations here. 16 is going to be a fly ball. That's to deep right center field. It hangs up in the air. It's caught right in front of the wall. And because it's deep enough, Carter is going to move to third on the F9. So that's a fly out with a runner advanced. So 1 out now, and a runner at third base. Corey Seager to the plate. 34 is going to be trouble. 34 for Corey Seager is going to be a fly out. That goes to down the left field line. That wasn't as much trouble as I thought it was going to be. Evan Carter's an 8, so we're going to try to score him from third. 1 to 8, he's safe. 9, he's out. Oh, and he's just in front of the tag. And that turns into a sacrifice fly. So a sacrifice fly to left field, and the Rangers take a 4-3 lead. Brings up Robbie Grossman. Grossman with a 33, and that's going to be a single over the left, or the third baseman's head and into left field. So it brings up Adolis Garcia. Garcia is 1 for 2. 35 for him is going to be a strikeout though, so he strikes out looking. And that will end the inning, but not before the Rangers tack on one more. So they are scoring each inning now from the third, so it's 4-3. Rangers over the Devil Rays, over the Rays. The Rays are going to bring up Pinto, Diaz, and Arozarena. Still facing Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery with that fastball right on the corner, and Pinto strikes out. Yandy Diaz to the plate. He's going to get a hold of one, but that goes out to left center field. It hangs up, and that's going to be, to right center field. That's going to be the right fielder Garcia who's going to make the play out there. So 2 down in the inning. And now Randy Arozarena, 20 batting runs in the regular season. He hits one, pops it up into center field. That's going to be a can of corn for the center fielder Tavares, and that's going to be a third out. 3 up, 3 down. Again go the Rays in the 5th, and we head to the top of the 6th. It is Rangers 4, Rays 3. Glasnow can go 23, so that's 18, 19, 21, 2. So after this inning, he'll have to drop down a column if we want to keep him in the game. It's pitched well. He just gives up, Texas is manufacturing some runs. Doubles here, singles there, fly balls there. Just kind of dinking and dumping them to death a little bit. 36 is, what is he? He's a 13, so a 36 is going to be a fly ball that goes out to center field. Can of corn out in center for Siri as he squeezes it for out number 1. Brings up Jonah Heim. Heim on an error, via an error last time. This time he's going to just hit a little ground out to second base. The second baseman is Meade. He gets it over to Lowe at first. I'm sorry, it's not Lowe, it's Diaz at first. That'll be out number 2. Tavares to the plate. 1 for 2. And he's also going to ground out to the third baseman, but we got an error check here. No problem there for the third baseman, Paredes, as he has a strong throw to first, and that is a good 1-2-3 shutdown inning for Glasnow. That's going to help him going into the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-3 Texas over Tampa Bay. Jordan Montgomery still on the mound for the Rangers, pitching very well. He's facing off against Ramirez, Paredes, and Meade. Ramirez of 15 batting runs. That's going to be a ground out. That goes to the third baseman, Young. Young with a little backhanded play. Strong throw to first, and he's going to get Ramirez by a couple steps. Paredes up now. Paredes is a 25 batting run, so that's going to be a 66. 66 is nothing here. And that will be a long single. He is a 2-speed, so no threat to turn that into a double. But he's on with the base hit to left or to right field. Meade stands in. Meade with a walk and a ground out in this one. He's going to fly out here. That's deep down the left field line. As he pulls it, he can't quite get it out, but that's going to lead to a runner advance as he advances on the F7 and brings up Manuel Margot. Margot with an opportunity to drive in a run. A single scores a run, and instead it's going to be a ground out that goes to second base. The second baseman is Simeon. He makes a really nice play, throws it over to first, and gets Margot by a step. So no run score for the Rays in the bottom of the 6th. Our game is knotted at 4-3. I guess it's still 4-3. It's not really knotted, but we got Glasnow in the game. He's facing the bottom of the order. He hasn't had a lot of success down here, but we're going to let him go. He'll be pitching out of this column here. Oh. Runaway dice. This game moving along pretty quickly. This is the AL Wildcard Series, Series 1. and game 1. For Young, it's a 26. Normally that would have been a strikeout, but it's not now. So Young is here, and that's going to be a ground ball. Little tapper right out in front of the plate that the catcher Pinto gets all over and gets it to first in time for the out. Josh Young is out at first. Pitch to Carter. They haven't gotten Carter out yet. 2 doubles in the game and an RBI. He's also scored 2 runs. 35 is going to be a 2 of 7 batting runs. That's going to be a strikeout. And it is a strikeout swinging. So first time he's been retired in this one. Glasnow gets him on the K. Brings up Marcus Semien. Semien, a 22 batting runs, is going to take the walk here. I'm going to watch this one pretty closely. Corey Seager, tough customer, although they've gotten him 3 times, and that's going to be a 4th as he's going to take an over into the last part of the game. So this is a ground out, and that's right back to the pitcher. Underhands it to the first baseman, and Glasnow is out of the 7th. Having given up no runs, the Rangers do strand 1, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, still 4-3. Texas over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is going to send up Walls, Siri, and Pinto, and then if they can get back to the order, top of the order, it'll be Diaz and a Rosarena. Not going to do it like this though. So 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jordan Montgomery can go 24. So because he's not past his stamina, we're going to leave him in this column here. So he's good to go for another inning. 35 to a -7 is going to be a strikeout as Montgomery racking them up today and mowing down the Rays. Rays haven't scored since the 3rd inning. Siri trying to change that narrative. 15 to a 3 is going to be a single, and that's a base knock past the shortstop Seager and into left center field. So Siri at first, he's a 7 speed, so he's the guy to try to steal with, he and Walls. So 1-7, he's going to be safe at second, and he is gunned down. Wow. That is a clutch play, trying to throw out the runner at second. So 2 down now, nobody on for Pinto. 26 to a 0, and that's going to be a ground ball right in front of the plate. Not fleet of foot, so Heim has plenty of time to get the catcher. And Tampa Bay goes down in the 7th, and it is getting on to cutting time at the end of this one. We're going to get Glasnow out of the game, so let me put in a new pitcher there. Right, new pitcher for the for the Rays is going to be Andrew Kittredge. He's a right-hander, can go 4 batters, 3.85 Sierra, so he's out of this 3rd column. Closes the book on Glasnow. Glasnow cannot get the win. Best he can do is a no decision. He pitched well, 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. At least one of those runs was unearned, so 3 earned runs. And he's coming in, nobody on base, so that closes the book on him. Jordan Montgomery still out there for the Rangers. For Kittredge, he's going to face off against Grossman, Garcia, and Lowe. Robbie Grossman, 1 for 3 in this one. He had a base hit in his last at bat. He's going to ground out here right back to the pitcher. Pitcher makes a really nice throw, plants his foot, throws a bullet to first, and that's going to be out number 1. Adolis Garcia, 1 for 3. 16 is going to be a fly ball. He just gets under this one, and that is out to left field. Standing there is the left fielder, Rosarena, and he is going to make the play. Crowd cheers. Nathaniel Lowe, 1 for 3, 56 for Lowe, so that's coming out of here. 56 to a 13 batting runs will be a walk. So a 2-out walk from Lowe brings up Jonah Heim. Heim had a good series in the actual series. Let's see what he can do here. 25 is going to be a fly out. That goes to center field. The center fielder is Siri. Let's see if he makes the play. He does. And that is going to be out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rangers strand one in the 8th. And we go to the bottom, and it will be the top of the order, Diaz, Arozarena, and Ramirez. We are going to go ahead and bring in a new pitcher for Texas, as Jordan Montgomery's at 27. He would have to drop down to this column here. Don't really want to do that when they have a perfectly good bullpen rested. All right, the new pitcher is going to be Josh Sborz. Sborz pitched really well all throughout the playoffs. He was a key member of the bullpen. I have a bad feeling about Chapman, so I'm not going to bring him into this game. So I'm just going to bring in Sborz. If I had a better feeling about him, I would put him in the game, but I've learned to trust my feelings with who to bring in. As soon as you go against them, man, you get whacked right in the face. So Sborz comes in. He's a right-handed pitcher, can go 5 batters, 305 Sierra. If he can get through this inning with the lead, then we'll bring in Leclerc to try to close out the game. That closes the book on Jordan Montgomery. 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts for Montgomery. Not sure how he did in the actual game, but wow, he was mowing them down all throughout the game. Started with 2 Ks and just never stopped. He is in line for the win, so let's see if the Ranger bullpen can hold it for them. It will be the top of the order, Yandy Diaz, Randy Arozarena, and Harold Ramirez. So this is going to be a 15, so Sborz is pitching out of this column. 15 is nothing there. And a 15 here is going to be a ground ball. That goes to third base. Hot shot for Young, and Young makes the play over to first for out number 1. Diaz just can't seem to get it going. He's 0 for 4. Same story for Arozarena. Arozarena 0 for 3. This time he's going to get struck out as he watches a curveball in the zone and can't pull the trigger. Brings up Harold Ramirez. Ramirez does have a hit. Only 1 hit for the first 3 batters here. That's no bueno. But he's going to get a base knock here. Maybe a 66 for 15 is going to be a long single with just a 4 speed. He's going to stop at first, but that's going to be a base hit right up the middle, and that brings up Paredes. Paredes is 2 for 3. He does have a home run, and let's see if he can come through for the D-Rays. 25 is going to be a fly ball, not deep enough. That goes out to left center field, but a tough play for the left fielder, Carter, and he gets there, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So the D-backs get one. The Rays get one on, and they cannot bring him home. And we head to the top of the 9th inning. Going to get a new pitcher for the Rays. Let's bring in someone else. So Kittredge, we went through, and let's bring in a new D-Rays pitcher. All right, the new pitcher for the Rays is going to be Fairbanks. He's their closer. So going to come in a non-save situation, but try to keep the game close, give the Rays an opportunity to at least tie it up in the 9th. That'll close the book on Kittredge. He went 1 inning, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. So for Texas, it's going to be the bottom of the order, Taveras, Young, and Carter. Taveras is 1 for 3. He does have an RBI and a 36. So it's worth noting the pitcher is here. So at 36 is going to be a fly ball. That's down the left field line. Trouble in left, but Arozarena with speed is going to get there and make the play right at the line. Brings up Josh Young. Josh Young with a double in his first at-bat, but has gone 2 ground outs in his next 2 at-bats. He's going to ground out again, this time to the first baseman as he goes to the opposite field. And the first baseman is Diaz. He's going to take it to the bag himself, and that's going to be out number 2. Carter, last chance for Texas in this one, at least in regulation. That's going to be a ground ball. That goes to the shortstop. The shortstop is Walls. Makes a nice play on it. Gets the ball over to first. That's going to be a 3-up, 3-down inning for the closer Fairbanks, as he keeps the game at 4-3. Good one here as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Rangers are going to bring in Leclerc, so let's get him into the game. All right, so we have Jose Leclerc. He is into the game, right-handed pitcher. 399 Sierra, so he'll be pitching out of column 2, and that'll close the book on Spores. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. As he faced off against the heart, really the heart of the Devil Rays order. And then Leclerc is going to come in, bottom of the order, and see if they can do some damage here. Let's try to see what we got on the bench here. Try to mark off a few of these guys. He's a 0, -1. So really maybe Walls could be pinch hit for, and that would be to some effect. Josh Lowe is available off the bench if you need a big hit, and he is an 18 batting runs, which will put him out of this column. So we'll see where we can affect things. Meade is up first against Leclerc. A 36 for Meade is going to be a fly ball that goes out to left center field. Over to get it is the center fielder Tavares, and that'll be out number 1. Brings up Manuel Margot. Margot -3 batting runs. We got a little situation here. A 34 for Margot is going to be a 2-bagger, and that is over the left fielder's head, off the base of the wall, and Margot is in there to second base. This is time. All right, this is going to be Josh Lowe time, so we're going to bring in Lowe to hit here. Pinch hitter in the 9th. He is a left-handed batter. 19 batting runs. -7. All right, so we got a player here. We got an opportunity out of this column. If he rolls another 34, that's going to be a home. That's the home run chance here. Let's see what happens. Runner at second base. He's got a speed of 5. Maybe you would try. Maybe you wouldn't. Let's see. They're down 1. They need a big hit. A 26 might be okay. 26 to a 19 batting runs is a single plus an error check in the outfield. So we're going to get a single here. That's a base hit to right field down the line, and we're going to see if there's an error on the right fielder Garcia. There is not. So that's going to be a base hit, and now we have to decide, do we try to score the run? Low is a 7, so even if he gets thrown out, we can try to steal second. All right, we're just going to go for it. 1-5, and Margot scores. This is to tie the game. It's a 4, and he's in there safe. So Margot just under the tag. He is safe on the RBI single from Lowe, and nice managerial job by the manager, bringing in all the right people. And that's going to be, should we try to steal? That's the question. Let's try to steal. We got a guy with 7 speed, 1-7. He's going to be safe at second. Pulling all the right strings. That's going to be a stolen base. And Tampa Bay trying to pull this one out against the Texas closer. It's Jose Siri. Siri 2 for 3 in this one. A 56 is not going to be a strikeout. It's going to be a strikeout. So that'll be a strikeout for Leclerc, as he gets Siri on the K. Got a runner in scoring position. Base hit, scores a run, and wins the game for Pinto. Let's see if he can do it. A 55, he hits it hard, but he hits it right. Actually, he's going to pop this one up. So that's going to be a pop-up. He's a 0. So it's a foul out, actually. So on a 6, 7, 8, or 9, it's a foul out, and that foul out goes um, to the shortstop. So the shortstop Seager ranges over into foul territory, and he's going to make the play. So foul out to 6, and that's going to end it. But Tampa Bay comes back with 1, and they are back in this one. As we go to extra innings, it's going to be 4-4 as we head to the 10th. I like to play a traditional extra innings, which I don't know if that's what they do in the playoffs or not, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave Fairbanks in there. He's only gone 3, so he can go 4. Going to give him 2 innings. Could be a mistake, but he's facing off against the top 3 for Texas. It is Semien, Seager, and Grossman. And that's going to be a strikeout there as he gets Marcus Semien looking. Semien just 1 for 5, 1 for 4 on the day. Brings up Corey Seager. Seager's got an 0-for, and this could be a super big problem, but it's not. So that's going to be a fly ball to right field. Down the line is Arozarena. He camps under it, and that is going to be out number 2. Most normal batters, that's going to be some sort of a good play, but for 45 batting runs, it's a little bit different. And for Grossman 1 for 4, 56, because he's out of here. It's going to be a strikeout, so that is 2 strikeouts in the inning, and we head to the bottom of the 10th. For Leclerc can go 4. We're going to have to get a new pitcher in there. It'll be Chapman, so let me get him in the game. So Chapman is now in the game, and Leclerc is out. He pitched 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, and a strikeout. And at this point, Fairbanks is set up for the win. And let's see if the D-Rays can score here in the top or the bottom of the 10th. They're facing off against the big lefty, Aroldis Chapman. 15 against Chapman is going to be a ground out, and that goes a little tapper right out in front of the plate. Jonah Heim with the plate of first. Diaz not speedy, doesn't make it close, and that's going to be 1 out. A 35 to Arozarena. Arozarena with the hat trick here. 35 to a 20. And that's going to be the old golden sombrero for Arozarena, who's very clearly frustrated by his 4 strikeout day. Which brings up Ramirez. Ramirez, last hope here for the Devil Rays in the 10th. And Ramirez, a 15. That's going to be a long single. And that's another base hit. He's got 3 hits, 3 singles on the day. And last chance here, Paredes. Paredes with a home run already. He's 2 for 4. And let's see if he can end this game. A 55. That's going to be a line out. And line out to the second baseman. So that'll be out number 3. As Semien squeezes it for the out, we go to the top of the 11th inning. And we'll have to get a new pitcher for the Rays. New pitcher for Tampa Bay is Armstrong, Sean Armstrong. He comes in, he's a right-hander, go 5 batters, 341 Sierra, so he'll be pitching out of this first column. Fairbanks, terrific outing, 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So he the closer for Tampa Bay. All right, it's going to be Garcia, Lowe, and Heim for the Rangers. Rangers have not scored since the 5th inning. Let's see, they're not going to score here either. That's going to be a strikeout, and that's a strikeout looking for Adolis Garcia. Garcia on the day, 1 for 5. Not the kind of start that he was hoping for. Brings up Nathaniel Lowe. A 55 to Lowe is that's going to be a line out or pop out. So it's going to be a line drive to the shortstop. And that's going to represent the second out of the inning. 2 down now with Jonah Heim coming to the plate. Heim on base only with an error in this game. Otherwise, he's made outs all throughout. A 56 is going to be a strikeout. And Fairbanks strikes out, bookends in the inning, first and third outs, and he gets out of the 11th. Still tied at 4. And we go to the bottom of the 11th inning. We're going to leave Chapman in there for another inning. He's going to face off against Meade, Margot, and Walls. He can still stay in this column here that he's originally pitching from. I'm sorry, the first column. So 15 to Meade is going to be a base hit, and that is down the right field line past the first baseman. No advance to second there for Meade. I recognize that we never brought in another player, so we need to bring in Caminero to play shortstop. -1 +2. So Lowe will be out. He came in here and had the pinch hit RBI single. So, sorry, that was a bit of housekeeping because he's going to come up in this inning. Manuel Margot to the plate. Margot with a 22, and a 22 is a blank here off the pitcher. 22 here is going to be a double or a triple if it's an 8, so that's going to be a double. That goes to dead center field, hits off halfway up the wall, and that's going to push the runner to third base. Not going to try to score with Meade with nobody out. There's not really a better option here for the Rangers. So we're going to stick with Chapman, see if he can get out of this one. We got the infield in, obviously. Play to an infielder is going to be a look to third, and then a play to first. The runner at third not going on contact. We're going to see if he can get this strikeout, and then maybe walk the next guy. I don't know. It's Caminero at the plate, so Caminero came in here. 15 against a -1. I think that's gonna be the ball game. It is, as a base hit right past the shortstop. That's gonna be your ball game right there. Aroldis Chapman gives up the game-winning RBI, and just like that, this one is over in 11 innings, as Tampa Bay comes back from the brink. So they score 1 in the 9th on a pinch hit single from Lowe, Josh Lowe, coming off the bench. They go double single, and then in the 11th they go single double single, and they walk this one off at home to take game number 1, 5-4. Wow, that just happens in the blink of an eye. It doesn't. All right, so Armstrong is going to get the win. Chapman is going to take the loss, and nobody else figured into this one. So Armstrong gets the win here. 1 inning, no runs, no hits, no walks, and 2 Ks. Chapman goes 2 innings, or actually goes 1, and he just goes 1 inning, I guess. He didn't get any outs in the 11th, so he goes 1 inning. He gives up 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 1 K. That was why I didn't bring him in before. I don't know, something about it. I just don't trust Chapman in this one if I can help it, but he was the best option to bring in. But Texas wins this one 5-4. So I mean, Tampa Bay wins this one 5-4. So 7, 9, 13 hits for the Rays, 8 hits For Texas, there was an error somewhere, so one error here, and that would be an error on Tampa. Don't think there were any errors on Texas. So the final line: 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Rangers. 5 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error for the Tampa Bay Rays. And we will show game number 2 in this one, as Tampa takes a 1-0 lead in the series. And wow, what a comeback. So a run in the 9th to tie it up, and a run in the 11th to win it. So a really good game here. Some of these wild card games have been excellent, and really happy with the results, how they're turning out. If you haven't clicked subscribe, click on subscribe. I'm trying to post one of these every day, so it'll be for the next couple of weeks probably, posting games, and we'll see how this plays out. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Any of the videos that you watch on my channel, this is a super easy way to support what we're doing here. The game is called On Base Baseball, and you can find it at clarkandaddisongaming.com. clarkandaddisongaming.com. And lots of other games there as well, but just do a search, top right hand corner, for On Base Baseball, and you'll see the seasons that are available there, including this 2023 season. Now with this season, I'm playing with the roster sheets you can see here. So these are just sheets full of all the players and their stats, and you have everything that you need to be able to play. You just basically transfer that data onto the score sheet, and then this is all you need. You need the game engine chart, and you need all the players' ratings. You definitely don't want to have to go back and forth to the roster sheet each time, so you just transfer the data over to the on-base score sheet, which comes with slots for batting, runs, defense, and speed. I usually only use the plus minus, so that's why I put a plus or a minus and not the actual number there. But if you wanted to homebrew a defensive system, you could do that. Wouldn't be very difficult. You would just create columns like this and then roll against those columns for different defensive numbers, I guess, defensive values. So I've never done that, but you certainly could. This game is wide open, especially as far as fielding and base running, to bring in your favorite metrics, bring in your favorite, not metrics, but your favorite mechanics from different games if you want to, or you can homebrew your own little system for base running and tagging up and stuff like that. We have a kind of a basic system, which works well 99 out of 100 times. Sometimes it gets a little wonky because it's so basic, but most of the time it's going to serve you really well. You can see in the game that it is pretty reliable and super easy to learn. Everything that you need as far as extra plays and things like that is down here for bunting and squeeze plays, and what to do with 2 outs with runner advancement, ground outs, what a long single is, and error checks and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of leads you through all the different plays and symbols that are on the sheet. Yeah, so go there. It's $20. You get over 1,800 individually carded players, plus you get all of the players as a roster sheet. So you can play however you want to. If you want to cut out the cards and play with the cards, I do that quite often. In fact, my Max Fried 2022 replay is carded, so I'm using the cards for that one, and just printing out what I need and then using those cards. So usually the first couple of sheets of cards are what you need. I've tried to make everything so that the players who play the most are first. Same thing on the roster sheets. So you can see, very quickly at the top who are the players who played the most. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll put a link to that, clarkandaddisongaming.com, and you can go there and check out. I've got basketball, football, baseball, multiple baseball games, multiple football games, multiple basketball games. So there's lots there to choose from, and I'm even starting to host some games for other designers as well, so you can check out some of their games also. And yeah, I think that's it. So pay attention. If you're on Facebook, you can join the Clark and Addison Gaming Company Facebook group. It's a private group, no spam or anything like that. So just answer a few questions, and then you will be let in. They're just questions about tabletop gaming. So what are your favorite teams, and what do you like to play, that sort of thing. And then do you agree to the rules? So you got to agree to the rules. And you just come in and you can keep up with everything that I'm doing. Sometimes I share things there that I don't share in any other places. So you get a little bit of insider information, or questions about games, or being able to share, just share with the community who's playing these games. You can also find me on some of the other Facebook groups as well, where I'm promoting games and seasons as I put them out. 2004, 2016, those are the newest carded season sets. Also have 75, 2022, 2023. So there are quite a few seasons of on base. And then if you just like the roster sheets, you can get entire decades for $20. So you can do the 40s all the way through the odds. So all the way through 2009. You can get them a decade at a time as roster sheets like this, and they're all individually put together by season, so you can print out an entire season at a time, but you get 10 seasons for $20. So pretty good deal. $2 a season, you get every single player that got into a game that season, and then you'll also get a contextualized game engine chart. So there's one that's contextualized for the 1940s. If you get the 40s decade, it's contextualized for the early 2000s if you get that one as well. So especially the 60s, 70s, 80s, those are popular right now. But if you're a younger gamer and you remember the 90s or the 2000s, there's definitely players out there for that as well. So lots of things to choose from. I've been at this for a few years now, and pretty steady pace of putting things out. And just look on the website. There's lots of different games and seasons to choose from. If you have any questions, you can send me an email to clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. You can leave a comment here on this video if you have a question about this game. Yeah, I think that's it. So game number 2 will be next of the AL Wildcard Series between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays. So the Rays are going to go up 1-0 after this 5-4 extra inning win, and the crowd is going nuts in Tampa Bay. Still going nuts in Tampa Bay, and we'll see you back next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.